Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of Black Man's Thoughts. It's been a exciting, exciting day, an exciting week. First and foremost, give praise to the Creator for allowing me to live another year. Turned 36 today. All praises to the Creator of all things, and also, thank my family for just acknowledging and being happy for me and just being there for me, man. My daughters and my sons, wife making me treats and giving me my favorite foods, man. It had some good stuff today, man. So I'm excited about it. But let's get down to it, man. Rounds 1 through 3, and we're gonna start off with Patrick Quinn. I mean, I was a big Murray guy, huge Murray guy, and felt like let's see, and felt like Murray was a tad bit better, but you know, I can't complain. Murray's a athletic guy. He's quick to react. Um, See ball, get ball type of guy. So I'm pretty happy about the pick. I think he's going to add a lot of speed to that defense to the middle of the field. He's going to excellent cover. He's raved about his cover skills. So I think he's going to add a lot of coverage that C.J. Mosley and the linebackers of Ford, Bynes, they couldn't do that last year. Tight ends was killing us, been killing us for the last 3-4 years, and now we got somebody that can really patrol the middle of the field on passes, and it's a passing league. You have to have somebody to really get in there and and stop those athletic tight ends, man. So I'm pretty excited about him. There's a knock about him being undersized and whatnot, but you know what? I disagree. I disagree. Because we got some big bodies up front. We got some, and you know what? Queen specializes, and he had success when he had some big boys up front at LSU. And he's the first LSU player taken by the Ravens too. That's pretty sweet. He capitalized off them big boys at LSU, and you know what? It allowed him to run free. Sound familiar? Sound like another 52. You know what I mean? Who was able to run free when Tony Siragusa and all them big boys was up there eating up them bodies. We got Brandon Williams, 260, 240. We got a lot of big guys. I think Dylan Max like 250 or something like that too. So we have a lot of big guys to eat up a lot of space. Calais Campbell is a monster of a man, so we have a lot of good space. We need that person to be free and use his athleticism and quickness to see ball, get ball. You know what I mean? So I like it. I think I'm excited about the pick. Um, I think he started his last year. He started like a game. He only started like 3 games before this season, and talk Patrick Queen, and this season uh he really took off. He took off, and they accredited his studying on film, asking his coaches what does he need to do um to get better, and he took off. He flourished because of that. So what I think is going to happen is, Ravens, we know how to draft linebackers. We draft great linebackers, especially early. We draft some pretty damn good linebackers. So what's going to happen is they're going to get him in there. They're going to coach him up. A lot of his mistakes are mental. He's going to get in there, coach him up on how to read, react, get off blocks. But most importantly, they're going to teach him how to watch film, how to place himself in the best position to win the matchups. They're going to put him. They're going to allow him to use his athleticism. They'll allow him to blitz because he's an effective blitzer. Effective get after you. And you know what, man? Watching how the Pittsburgh Steelers had what Devin Bush or Devin White, I believe, one of their names, uh, and how he's a cover guy, fast, and he had like 6 interceptions or something crazy like that. Let's see. Yeah, Devin Bush, and he had like 6 interceptions, or you know what I mean. So and look what it did to them. It really solidified their defense, and they started playing excellent defense once they had that true middle linebacker to patrol that middle of the field. Man, they can just allow their pass rushers to get after, allow Cam Hayward and all them boys to get after. So I think that's something that we're going to be able to do, and that's something that we have been lacking before. Man, we went out there and we got some serious talent today. um, so I'm pretty happy with the Patrick Queen. Like I said, I was a Murray guy, but I can't be mad at this pick, man. And then you get pick number two, second round, 55 overall. You have the one and only J.K. Dobbins, Ohio State. Boy is a freak. The boy is a serious, serious freak of nature. He's a running machine. You know what, man? I was watching him. I'm a Georgia fan, but I'm originally from Ohio. So, a lot of my own family, they text me, Ohio State this, Ohio State that. And, I don't pay attention, but during the playoffs, I started getting a chance to watch Ohio State. And I usually don't get a chance to watch a lot of college football because, I go to, my services, my worship services, my Shabbat services. But what happened was I started being able to watch him a little bit. And as much talent as they had, that boy J.K. Dobbins, man, was that's the only person that I saw. He was the threat. He was the one that was giving the other teams the fits, man. He was running his tail off, especially I think when they was playing against Clemson. Oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy watching him do what he did against the top defenses. Uh, he had great games, great games against. Hold on, let me see if I can find it against top defenses. Yeah, against top defenses, man. I mean, he was running all over teams that are known for defenses, top defense. He was getting 150, something yards rushing on these teams. So, um, I'm pretty excited for what we got. So the question now is we have four talented running backs. Four talented running backs. Mark Ingram, 30s. Gus the Bus, Augusta Truck, Edwards, young boy, tremendous talent. I'm excited for. I really like him. Justice Hill, and now Dobbins. Dobbins, I don't care what nobody say. Instantly is your number two back. That's the type of talent right there. Who's a pure runner, and he's gonna make people miss. He has great vision. It's not even a competition. So who's the odd man out? I would propose this. What about Justice Hill? Just use him as a Swiss Army knife. Put him as not a have him just as an as an athlete. Put him on passing down. Let him line up his screens. You know how Hurst used to line up. Andrew says goes out, he lines up. You know what I mean? Why don't you put what's the name, Justice Hill, line him out there, create a mismatch on whoever he's going against, and that's more speed on the field and someone who's dynamic with the ball in the hand. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to let him go, but I would use him differently. I wouldn't use him just as he's going to be a running back too. No, use him as a Swiss Army knife. Use him the way you was using Hurst and Andrews. Let him be that person that you can throw to. You know what I mean? So I think that there's a lot of creative things that you can do, and they just double down on we're going to run the ball down your throat. We're going to run the ball down your throat. I think Dobbins had like 5,000 yards rushing in his college career, or something crazy like that, 5 or 6,000 yards rushing. I mean, the dude is just. I hate to say the once in a lifetime back, but what I will say is this: if he can stay healthy, I think he has one of those. He's in the top once in a lifetime visions for back. Like he has tremendous vision, tremendous burst through the hole. He has the total package. He can break tackles, juke. He has the speed. I mean, don't let combine numbers fool you, man. This guy knows what he's doing when he has a rock in his hand. And to me, that's maybe the most splash pick that we had. That pick right there, man. That is that. Holy shit. They got J.K. Dobbins, and they're already a running team. They're already running by a Greg Roman line, a Greg Roman um system. I mean, my goodness, we already pounding the rock. I mean, you add a talent like this, you're just showing off, man. Then you have Justin Matabuluk or Buduk. I'm completely butchering his name. Completely butchering his name, man. But I was mad about that pick. I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard about it, when I first saw it, I could say that I wasn't too happy when I first saw it. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you. And then I sat back, I thought about it, and I said, you know what? Who is this guy? Looking him up, started looking at some film. Justin Matabuke, an athletic slasher from the interior line position. It's not big girth wise, but he has a strong upper body punch. To alignment out of place and showed incredible speed at the combine, running a 4.8. 4.840 and 7.337 cone. He has the potential to be a dominant pass rusher from the inside of his because of his speed and quick hands. While he is leaner built, some can help him slash into gaps. Okay, he's not going to be consistent to stop and run, but you know what, man, we're going to be good on the run. So then I started thinking, is this the end of an era? Is this the end of the Ozzie Newsome era where we're getting these big 340, 350 defensive tackles like it's the 90s, like we're trying to stop Emmett Smith and going against lines like the Dallas Cowboys? And now we're saying, you know what? We don't need that run stuffing, just a run stuffer. We need somebody to stop these high powered quarterbacks like the Chiefs quarterback. You know what I mean? We need somebody that's going to put pressure up the middle, to have him scramble to that outside and meet Mr. Judon right face to face. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that's the end of the era where we're saying, you know what, let's get out of that blocky, slow, one-dimensional defensive tackle, blocky, slow, big, thick guys, and get some athletes, people who can move, get after the quarterback. Because now you have people who's coming up the middle. You have a Calais Campbell, Derek Wolf. You have excuse me, I always butcher this guy's name, Justin Matabuke now, who now you'll be able to create a lot of movable stunts. You kick Brandon out doing the pass downs and put them boys in there and let them come and use their athletic and quickness and speed against those offensive linemen, and you having Judon and you having Ferguson and Bowser coming off the edges. You have a lot of athleticism, a lot of potential, a lot of people who specialize in getting after the quarterback, coming after your quarterback. And think about it, with the cornerbacks and safeties that we have who are smart, who are able to cover and know about passing lanes, and oh man, this is going to be something special. This is going to be something special, y'all. I mean, this may be the pick right here that lets you know how different Eric is from Ozzy. The Pierce, the Brandon Williams, the Chris Wormleys, the Brent Urbans, big guys couldn't move. But probably between them they generated what, a half a sack. No, I'm obviously exaggerating, but shit, they couldn't get off the damn couch, let alone get to the quarterback. So hopefully this is something that we're starting to see a trend. And Eric going to say, you know what, man, we don't need big, slow, one-dimensional guys. We need people who's going to get after the quarterback. We need people that's going to, we're going to continue to have a great. If we're going to have a great defense, we have to be able to keep up with the times. And the times is a passing offense. There's nobody running like the Baltimore Ravens, unless you're Tennessee Titans. Unless you're the Tennessee Titans. And I think San Francisco ran the ball a lot. But otherwise than that, most people was throwing a lot of passes. So then I started thinking, you know, The way we're assembling this defense, Eric said, not again, Derrick Henry, not again, Chubbs. It's like he took it personal. It's like he took it personal, went after them and said, you know what? Those games made us look like something that we don't want to look like. So you add Calais Campbell and you have Derek Wolf and now you got this young man. You got some. You're building for the future. Now your defense have went to being an older defense to now being very young, very quick, very young, and a lot of these younger men. You got to think there's a lot of them still in their rookie contracts. So I'm pretty pumped about it, man. I really, I didn't like it at first, but now I love the pick. I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the vision. Now we got, we had one, two, three, four picks in the third round, one pick in the second. We traded out of the second, and now it comes to what everybody's been wanting: the sexy pick, the receiver, and we selected Devin Duvernay. Devin Duvernay, 5'11", some say 5'10", 200 pounds, ran a 4.39. Look up his highlights. Look up his games, not just the highlights, but watch his games. One thing people kept saying, "What do you think about the? What do you think about it? What do you think about it?" I think that his speed, unlike Perriman's, who had a 4.2 speed, it didn't translate. Perriman would start off kind of slow, and he wasn't agile. He would just have that straight line speed, and by the time he hit his to the point where he can catch up, because they would play off of him because they know he didn't have any. He wasn't loose in the hips to make any moves, and sometimes he struggled getting off the line. They would play off of him. By the time he hit us that 4.2 speed, Joe Flacco was under pressure, and it's time to get rid of the ball. So he wasn't getting it and lined up all the way out by the sideline. Well, not this guy. Not this guy. He's taken off. He's taken off. He can make you miss. And the thing about him is you're not gonna just say he's gonna go deep. No, they're gonna get him the ball quick and let him use that speed, because his speed definitely translates. It translates to the feet, to the field. So now you got somebody like Dobbs, Dobbins, Lamar Jackson, Andrews. You have Hollywood, and you add him. You have a track team. You have people that can get that ball in their hand and go. And a Justin Hill, if you play Justin Hill right, man, he's gonna create so many mismatch problems, because that boy is special too. He is special, man. He is special, man. So I like the pick. I like Duvernay. Just watching him, I was watching more tape on him before I got on here, and I was just like, man, if you look at him, he's just running by the cornerbacks. Now, obviously, that's never going to happen in the NFL where he's just so easily running by him. But what this new receiver coach is going to bring out on him is how to get open, working with Snead, and how to work those pockets within the slot, how to just get yourself open. And you have somebody who's big on the outside, like Boykins, like Scott, 6'5", 6'6" receivers, who's going to demand a little attention. And you got Andrews. My goodness, man, how could you not be excited about this? How could you not be excited about this, man? So, even though, round two, I definitely didn't see us taking a running back. And to be honest with you, I didn't even think about a running back. They kept saying Swift. Swift could have been there. DeAndre Swift could have been there and pick 28. Or they kept on saying that, hey, we could pick up a running back, in the first 3 or 4 rounds. And I was always against it, thinking like, hey, we don't need it. We need linemen. We need edge rushers. We need this and that. But seeing the vision that Eric DaCosta is laying out, he's putting all his chips on the board on our style of football. Our style of football. You got Andrews being able to work that middle. You got Hollywood stretched out there. And I think you know what I think. I think that they really believe that Boykins is going to turn a corner. They've said kind of stuff like that. They've kind of mentioned that, like, we like Boykins. I think that he's going to have another year to really learn the system. Because all in all season kept hearing Boykins was dominating in training camp, dominating. But then it just he was just kind of timid. He was kind of timid. I think this changes this year. I think Boykins is really going to step his game up. Hollywood's finally going to be healthier. And you see the videos of Hollywood Brown. He got a little bit thicker. He understands that this is AFC North, man. He got a little bit thicker. He's going to get a little bit stronger. He's going to understand the game a little bit better, especially working out with AB. And now you add a Duvernay who's going to just soak up more knowledge. Similar built to Hollywood, similarly built, watching him use his speed and how he uses his speed and how he uses his body to, not take the punishment. I think that this is you know what? I heard somebody one of the announcers said to Duvernay, they compare him to Diggs. To Diggs. And I was like, wow, that's gonna be powerful. Okay, you messed up on Diggs, you know what I'm saying? And now you're getting another one, maybe a poor man Diggs, when you know that he's not going to be the number one receiver anyway. You wouldn't look for him to him. He's a rookie. Let him learn, let him switch in and out with Snead, because Snead's probably going to be his last year or last 2 years. And learn how to work that slot. Learn how to just move the chains. You got him, Snead, and hopefully Justice Hill and Andrews just working them seams, working those first down markers, and Lamar Jackson still being a threat to run. How can you blitz everybody? How could you blitz everybody? You know what I mean? How could you just send everybody knowing that Lamar Jackson can step in the pocket and run? So it's going to freeze a lot of the defense. They don't know. They're not going to know how to just react, because you have now the Ravens the first time in 20 something years having so many options to get the ball off to dynamic people. No more of that marching down the field, slow rhythm cadence from the Kyle Bowlers and the Joe Flaccos, and just methodically we're going to just pound it, keep the ball for 18 minutes a game, 18 minutes every time you get the offensive ball. No, it's quick. It's going to be quick. It's only like the Chiefs. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to have to be on your P's and Q's. You make one fatal mistake, they have the speed to take it to the house. So I love what they're building, man. This is unprecedented for a Ravens fan. It's unprecedented, baby. You see it behind me. It's unprecedented, because we've never had this type of excitement on offense, and different type of you know different looks that we can give you, that we can score in multiple different ways. We can play any type of game. You know what I mean? So um I definitely love it, man. So then what that was a 92, that was the third round, pick 92. 98 comes. Who do we select? Everybody's itching. Oh, what we gonna do? We all hyped up. Yo, what we gonna get? What we get? We finally got our receiver. Boom. Malik Harrison, Ohio State linebacker, still sitting there. And when you turn on the tape of this dude, the first thing you're gonna notice, he gonna take your chest and put it in your ass. He's a thumper. He's a thumper, man. He's gonna hit you, bro. He's coming up. We Ohio boys do not play. He gonna come up and he's gonna punish you. So now it takes the whole idea of Queen being able to have to put him up in a rough toughness, being since he's smaller, put him up in a mix of big guards and tackle. Nope. You're gonna send Malik and he's gonna take on them fullbacks. And it's gonna allow Queen to run free, boy, and use that 4.5 speed. I mean, the perfect two combinations you could ask for. I mean, people were saying that this is the best draft that they've seen the Ravens do. I mean, the combination. I mean, think about it. We went into this with Fort and Jake Ryan as our two middle linebackers. We got Patrick Queen. We got Malik Harrison. Both in their early 20s, if 20, or just 20. I mean, you're talking about us getting faster and younger in just one day. And and think about it. And you have Justin Matabuke, or wherever you pronounce his name, in the middle, just getting off blocks, getting off blocks. You have Derek Wolf and Calais Campbell. Just, hey, we're eating up space. We're creating pressure. We're creating double teams, because when we collapse, we're causing the pocket to collapse. The guards and tackles that are free got to come over and help out. So guess what? That's allowing our outside linebackers to really have to say, hey, bro, we're free ranging. They can't just double on Judon no more. You add Malik Harrison, man. This is something crazy. Our defense is gonna be sick, man. And last but not least, man, we had Tyree Phillips, 6'5", 231 pounds. He played. I want to say he played left tackle. They will obviously kick him in a guard to play both. Maybe a swing like Jared, like Hurts was able to do, play swing. And you know what? Now we have some depth. Now we have some depth for one of the tackles, especially Ronnie Stanley, and we have a guard depth. You know what I mean? What if Marikey gets hurt? What if Bozeman gets hurt? What if Ben Powers get hurt? We got somebody being able to step in, 6'5", you know what I mean? Played SEC ball, went up against great competition. You know what, man? So a lot of our problems was tackled on day one. It was tackled on day one. So I'm excited about it, man. I definitely was happy to end the day off with a guard, but knowing that he's 6'5", 230. Remember when we had Greg, well, not Greg Roman. Before Greg Roman, we had an offensive coordinator. My mind just went blank. Maybe it's the Gen. Um, but we had got rid of some linemen, and then he wanted all these athletic linemen, but they were real small. He wanted real small linemen, and they got pushed around. They got completely pushed around, and he ended up being coach for the went and did offensive line coach for the Bills. But the AFC North is different. It is different. You can't just put small linemen in there and be successful because our defensive linemen are bigger. They're stronger. This is a very physical, run stuffing, run oriented, division. So when now I'm looking at it and our linemen are bigger, they're stronger, they're 6'5", 230 as a guard. You know what I mean? Just look at Orlando Brown Jr. He's freaking huge. Ronnie Stanley's not that big. He's like 215. You know what I mean? Probably 218. But I like that we went in there and got somebody big, got some weight. When you read up on him, man, he's bench pressed 22 times. His strength is he's built like a barn. He's broad, powerful frame, smooth you know smooth skip steps for pulls, possesses roll grader tendencies, rolls hips and contacts and hits the accelerator, had good reps against Auburn's talented front, obliterates down blocks, capable working up to linebackers or combo blocks, ability to transition to sustain finish. Defenders work overtime to accomplish stack and shed. You know what I mean? So his frame, he's a big guy, man. Um, the one thing that's knock on him, this is third round, so the knock on him, he's slow coming off the ball and running game. They can just kick him in his butt, get him going. Below average lateral quickness, okay. Initial contact lands at a tall diminishing leverage, so he needs to get lower. He needs to improve with resetting hands and proper positioning. Below average ability to mirror and adjust the blocks in place. Bulldog schemes protect him against speed. Well, that's what helped him out. Range and diagonal passes. So you know what, man? That's all coaching. That's all coaching, working with him, talking to the vets, and learning how to become an NFL lineman. And going against this AFC North defense, you're gonna learn pretty quick. So, end of the day, man, I'm very excited about our first day of drafting, man. I've been gone, man, and finally there's some news, some Baltimore Ravens news. So I was gonna be on here. So yeah, man. Check out the video, share it, like, subscribe. So subscribe, comment, share, and also, man, continue to comment. Ask me about content. Ask me, to do what if you want me to do different type of things the within the video, man. So we can make this enjoyable. So we can make this one of the best Raven coverages out there, man. I really enjoy y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. So definitely, man, we're gonna look at it round two tomorrow. And see the last day of the draft tomorrow and see what we walk away with, because right now I'm very pleased. I think we got better, we got younger, and definitely got faster, man. So this is Black Man Thoughts. Salute. Shalom, shalom. Y'all take it easy.